Hello and good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending where you're tuning in from. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's call. Okay, we've got some very exciting training today where we're going to be looking at how you can turn audio songs into AI music videos using AI, especially the tools. More specifically, we've got a whole array of tools which we're going to go through. So first and foremost, before we get started, I know everybody is eagerly waiting. I'm just going to look at the chat box and just make sure that you can hear me. Number one, that's the most important thing, because the last thing I want to do is be talking to myself, only for everybody to say we cannot hear you. Number one. Number two, hopefully you can see the screen. So we're going to share the screen, do a couple of screen shares as we normally do. And can you see me? So as long as you can see me and you can hear me, I think we're good to go. So, okay, I've got the messages coming in. Fantastic. Okay, so all clear. We are ready to go. Okay, so I can see everyone is already fully awake, fully charged, because today is, I would say, it's going to be a very fascinating training, very important, because if anyone probably mentioned this in the group as well when we saw this popped up earlier, Yash had done a training earlier on how you could create, your music storybook. So one of the things we'll look at is jumping into Artistly, for example, which I'll go through. We're going to go through everything step by step, but very quickly, I just want to touch on this. So one thing he looked at and he addressed was something called music storyboard, which is one of the components we're going to be looking at today. Now, the key part of that is how you can take a song, okay, any music track that you have, and then actually allow Artistly to capture and create the images based on the song, because of the way the AI works. It'll extract the lyrics and it'll create images that are congruent with what's being said in terms of the lyrics. And just like that, we can then bring those images to life, and we can make these highly engaging, very viral videos that are occurring right now, which I'm going to show you samples for. So before we jump in that, first and foremost, a little bit of housekeeping, as we say, for those that have been here before, fantastic. Those that are new, just bear with us. So those that we've done this before, please have a little bit of patience. So first and foremost, we have the inner circle, okay? The inner circle is here. Why we mention this every single week, because it plays a key part in helping and assisting, whether it's support, whether it's ideas, whether it's communicating and connecting with other like-minded members and customers, and everybody's in this group. And it boasts over 80,000, okay, over 80,000 members. And what I'll do right now, I'm just going to put this on the screen so you can see. Here's a link to that group. So one key thing is, if you're somebody that's interested, whether you have a lot of these applications, and you can see a whole host of those applications, or whether you're interested in, especially as we go through the training, then I would highly recommend and suggest you join in the group, because as you go through this group, you will see tons of content and media projects others are creating in all the different various apps that come together, especially the ones we're going to be covering today. So you can see a community that are asking questions, getting feedback, masterminding, and creating content. Okay, and some of that content we'll look at right now. Okay, one piece we had here. Okay, so here's one music video that was created using Artistly Video Express, and they actually then went and added subtitles with it. So here they've placed on YouTube. Let's go have a quick look. And this is some of the videos, and I'll show you examples of things that you also create using the method that I'm going to walk you through during this live call. So those that are wondering, typically what we do is show you some examples of what's possible, and then I'm going to show you live examples how to recreate such videos as you're seeing now. And one thing you must bear with me, I know there's no audio. You probably can't hear audio right now. But one thing I want you to pay attention to is the quality of the graphics. So a music track was created, and then it was placed into Artistly. Artistly took the music track in any format that you have, WAV or MP3, and then it's taken those lyrics and it's analyzed them and created the relevant visual images for the track. And then we take those images and we can go into our sister app, Video Express, and then we can curate those images to video. And then all we do is take those clips and we place them onto the editor with our soundtrack, and that's it. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process. But one key thing is here, you can see all these images. One of the key things is the images, hyper realistic or ultra realistic, human style. And one of the key things is that everybody wanted was consistency. So you look at the character consistency throughout, and you can see that. And this is a member also in the group, and you can see within 2 days, 133 views. So I don't know if the team is on as well. If you could, here we go. Here's another link just to make sure it's ponder.com/Facebook, or if you go in and you can just type in Paul Ponner official. Either way, if it's not coming through for some of you, so please do check that out. And another key thing is that if you are watching, this channel is obviously growing. We're trying to help as many people as we can. We do this every single week. So if you kindly go ahead and just hit the subscribe button. And also, if you do hit the notification button, you'll be alerted every time we are running these sessions. Okay. So we will go through Q&As as well. Don't worry about that. But all the videos you can actually create in high definition. They're not going to be low quality 480p or anything like this. We're talking about, high quality videos that you can create. Okay. And here's another video. I want to show you another example. So this is another storyboard somebody created. And you have to understand the whole industry has changed because of AI, and with an app like such as Video Express that we're gonna walk through in just a moment as well. So Video Express will allow you to create a whole host of different abilities where you can take text prompts, you can take images, and essentially it's a complete video editor as well. And you've got all these other different components to it. So this will allow you to bring your videos to life. Okay. Now, this will work in conjunction with Artistly, which is another sister app, where we can actually integrate to, instead of wasting time downloading, which you can do, we can actually extract those images directly into Video Express, and then we can actually start working on our project. So this is something that we're going to look at. You can look at this, at your own discretion if that's something you're interested in. But I just wanted to cover that at the very start. So coming back to this video here, this is what somebody's created with AI, and it actually looks like a full-on production that someone's created. So let me just play that again. I won't play the audio because I'm pretty sure they've used a licensed music track, but with clone voice, which we'll look at, you can actually have copyright audio for your own, which you won't have any infringements or anything like that. But this one, I just don't want to take that risk. But one key thing is that obviously it's going to be a love story, and you can see that the images will be created or curated in response to the lyrics. So you can see it looks real life. It generally looks real life. And that's, I don't want to sound biased, but I think you could probably be the judges of that yourself. Whether it's the characters, the main subjects in the scene, and then we've got the background. You can see the clarity, the attention to detail, the lighting, even the depths of field even in this scene with the nice, a blur effect in there. And then you've got this gentleman, he's obviously holding the camera. So a lot of this stuff will go hand in hand with the music track. But it's not limited just to humans. We can make cartoon. We can make all different types of styles of these music videos. Has anybody here, have you created your own video right now? Have you tried this yourself? And here's another one. And if there will be a Q&A session at the end. So remember, if you have any technical issues or anything like that, you'll be fully aware that we actually have an amazing team behind, so we can check everything out. But coming back to this right now, I've got some example channels that I want to share with you. The reason why, just to show you how powerful these videos are and how actual, how viral these videos can be. And just having the ability of creating these music stories, right? Within Artistly itself, just creating these music storyboards, it just gives you the unfair advantage to churn out videos like never before that will give you that cutting edge above everybody else. Instead of creating these images or getting designers and then creating music tracks and trying to put all of this together and make, video editing, you don't need to be some expert anymore. Things have changed now where, we have these abilities that actually assist you and automate the entire workflow. All our job really is just type in a few letters and drag and drop, right? So here we have, let me go to popular. Let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, so check this out. 7 months ago, someone had this video here. And one key thing I want to mention is if you look, these are different illustrations. So the type of effect that will be laid on the images, we can also do that within Artistically or when we're creating our music stories, right? So this looks like a bit of pastel watercolor type effect, and that one looks similar. So we've got different, you got here, we've got Disney style, Pixar style. That looks like Van Gogh style. Look at this Van Gogh style again. This is another illustration that we can recreate. But instead of me talking, let's go ahead and let's open one up. Okay, let's go for this one. It looks quite different. Let's, and all it is, it's a set of different images that will last for 10 minutes long with an ambient style music track in the background without any kind of lyrics. There are no lyrics on this one, unless it does start somewhere. Let me forward it. No, no lyrics whatsoever. Okay, but something like this, something so simple that's 10 minutes long, has garnered over close to 700,000 views. Okay, 7 months ago, and I'm pretty sure in another 7 months it'll be way over 1 million views just by creating this visual um, collection of images layered with an audio track, sound effect, ambient sound effect, and that's something we can also do without any issues. So let's go back. Let's have a look at another one. Let's see. Let's go for let's have a look at this one because I like we want a nice mix of Pixar style as well. This one's got over a nearly 250,000 views on that, and that was 1 month ago. So you can see AI music video right there. So let's just. So remember, this is the key thing. You can create unlimited videos, but the reason I'm showing you this, even if it's on YouTube, if we went to HD, okay, somebody said it's 4K. Here we can see we're put on 1080. Okay, here is 1080 bit. Yeah, even if I went down, it's still high quality, all right? But with video experts, we can create HD videos. And this is just to press upon you that this is the kind of videos you can create and that we will be creating even on this tool. This is one of the key things. So I want to first show you what's possible before we jump in. So I will show you all of this stuff step by step. Now, yes, you may have sound issues of hearing the track, which I'm pretty sure. And that's obviously because of the microphone. So all the main things we want to see some of these visuals. So what I'll do right now, let me show you another example, okay? Because there's going to be tons of them. So what I'll do, I'll roll the tape and I'll show you one example, okay, of what you can also create. So I'm going to play this one now that was created as a project example within, using Artistically, Clone Voice, and Video Express. And I think this took probably less than an hour, maybe an hour and a half to create. So let me play this for you right now. This one, you will hear the audio, okay?
When the shadows try to find me and the storm clouds block the way, I remember what you promised me. You are the light of every day. I walk by faith and not by sight, holding on to your eternal word. My strength is found beneath your wing, the greatest love I've ever heard. The mountains crumble to the ground, but your truth remains the same. I will praise your holy name, shout it out and break these chains. I walk by faith and not by sight, holding on to your eternal word. My strength is found beneath your wings, the greatest love I've ever heard.
Okay, so we should be back. Okay, so we are now back, right? And that was one example that was created using a number of apps, Video Express, Clone Voice, and Artistically to create, and it took no effort at all. And something like that, people are just creating, they're uploading, and they're getting, a huge amount of views and building channels through this kind of work process. But the way majority of people, what they've been doing is a very long manual process of hiring numerous people, whether it's graphic designers, video editors, deploying many different various apps to bring everything together, pay high expenses just to create a video like that. But now we have that ability here with all these apps we have to put all of this together ourselves in no time and remove anybody from the equation, essentially. And just coming back now to another channel. Okay, this channel here, you can see if I go to popular, these are other types of videos that we can create. And again, you can see these types of videos that people are creating, close to nearly 1 million here. Okay, and you can imagine over time it will compound. If you want to build a channel, you want to build revenue, you want to do it for personal projects, client projects, lead generation, whatever it may be, product promotion, sales, we can do all of that. Okay, just about the marketing, isn't it? What your intentions are behind creating the content, or even for fun. So a whole array. So that one video, let me just see the comments, right? That one video was created using Video Express. Now, what I'll do now, let me show you another type of video.
If you wake up with a smile today, then you know you want to play. Everything is bright and you are feeling happy. How about you? Clap your hands if you are glee. Jump up high and shout with me. We are happy, hip hooray. Happy is the best way. The sun is shining in the sky. I can wave to birds that fly. Hear the music in my beat. This happy day just can't be beat. Clap your hands if you are glee. Jump up high and shout with me. We are happy, hip hooray. Happy is the best way.
The city lights are blurry through the window glass. Another midnight waiting for this feeling to pass. Used to feel your warmth, now the silence is vast. We move too fast now, the memory won't last. This is the rhythm of a broken heart. Bull trade beats right from the start. I keep replaying all the painful parts. Why did we tear this love apart? Your sweater still hangs by the closet door, I swore I wouldn't touch it anymore. But the sin is fading, what are we fighting for? Just echoes on the cold marble floor. This is the rhythm of a broken heart. Bull trade beats right from the start. I keep replaying all the painful parts. Why did we tear this love apart?
Okay. So that was some examples of what is possible, and we're going to walk you. I'm going to walk you through all of those. Okay, so what we'll do now, I'll just quickly run through the group, just a reminder, because I know some people are joining a bit late. When you are in the group, obviously you can see what's going on, all the content that's in there. One key thing, if you want to see other examples, maybe get some tips and tricks around creating these types of videos. Okay, you can go to media, and in media, just select video, and you'll see a whole array of different styles of videos that are being created. Okay, and some will obviously be relevant to today's topic, and others will be different. So I've shown you a couple of examples already, but here you can see there's a two-story person here. Okay, so this is a really good place to come and get examples and inspiration when it comes to creating the types of videos. So you can see that's the one we watched today. All right, that is the one we watched today. And you know, whether another good thing, it will show you different types of illustrations that you can create. So it doesn't need to be just human style. It can be cartoon style. It can be pastel colors. It can be Pixar style. A huge amount, which I'm going to walk you through, because I've been doing a bit more research into it and doing a lot of fun with it. And I want to share with you. I want to share that today. Okay, so if you don't know, the group will be in the description, but I'll just put this up before we jump inside now. Okay, so if you want to come check this out as we're going through, just go ponder.com/Facebook, and you are good to go. So let's have a recap now. Okay, so the three apps or applications we're going to be looking at, which are going to be super important for today's session, where we're going to be looking at turning audio songs. So any song, you don't necessarily have to have clone voice. If you do, it works even better. So we're going to turn audio songs into AI music videos. Okay, that is the key here. So first of all, let's go and have a look at clone voice. So here we have clone voice. Now, when you're in clone voice for the first time, it does quite a lot, if I'm honest. Okay, so you can actually clone your own voice, you can replicate, you can actually convert it into different audios, into different voices and different languages. You can use the voice changer, you can create different styles of audios, again, different languages. You got voice, the voice maker if you want to create narration style, if you want to create, more fantasy style, you can create music. And what I also love is that you can create podcasting types, audiobooks, and even sound effects. So if you want those, like I mentioned in the video, somebody had a music track without any lyrics, you can also create that using the sound effects. So you can come here and create, different types of music that can be just ambient style music, background music without any lyrics, and you can control how long you want it for. So for this now, the key here for today's session, we want to create a music track. We want to create a music video, right? AI music video. Now, this is Video Express. Now, Video Express will allow you to bring your images to life, which is going to be another component. So I just want everybody to think. I know, it might sound a little bit funny, but just imagine we're going to be cooking a dish, right? And in that dish, we've got a number of different ingredients that we're going to use. But when you bring them together, we're going to have that nice baked pie, or that that beautiful fine food at the end of it, that very delicious, juicy dish at the end where your mouth is going to be appetized. Okay, so we're going to look at Video Express, and obviously we have Artistly. Okay, so this is the key now. Everything starts from Artistly. Now with Artistly, as we're in the dashboard now, this is the key thing. Under AI design agents, okay, when you go to design AI design agents, under step 1, it's going to ask you to select the category. Now, under step 1, you want to go all the way to the second row and just across. And I'll be honest, with Artistly, just like all the other apps, they are continuously being updated, where there's so many apps, more features that are being added. You may have more features, and that kind of moves from its current position. However, which is a good problem to have, because obviously more features means it's better value for you. So we're going to go to the music storyboard. Now select music storyboard. Step 2 will appear. Now what this obviously is kind of self-explanatory, but now what we need to do is you want to configure your settings. So step 2 will ask you, number 1, upload your audio. Okay, drag and drop your files, or you can browse it off your desktop. And number 2, storyboard style. And here you have, it's kind of faded out, but you can see it's there. Ultra realistic, cyberpunk, anime, oil painted. Now these are just a few. These are just giving you some examples. Obviously, you can fit everything in there, right? So here's the key thing here, is that you need an audio, music track, because obviously it's a music storyboard. So maybe you're a singer, maybe you have a client, or maybe, you know, you're an outsourcer, freelancer. So if you have your music track, you can just come and you can drag and drop that directly into Artistly. Now, once Artistly has that audio file or that music track, it will process that music track, and the AI will detect the lyrics on there. That's how it starts to analyze how to create the image prompts is based off the lyrics. So again, it's AI, probably more advanced than any human brain. And what it'll do, it will curate those images based on the lyrics. Very smart, very intelligent, right? Because Yash, he done another video you can see on the channel or training where the song was Viking based, so Vikings, right? And the images were also Viking images. So it's very, you know, it was very interesting to see, very good, very high level stuff. So now you may be thinking, okay, I am not a singer, I don't have a music track. Now there are places out there you can generate songs or whatever, but you've come to the right place, because if you have Clone Voice will allow you to create music. Okay, create music using Clone Voice. Okay, this will actually create you royalty-free music tracks without any issues when it comes to copyright infringements. Okay, so when you come to Clone Voice, and this is just one of the features in Clone Voice, it'll allow you to select 2 versions. Okay, and they're only going to get better. But what you can see on here, these are the 2 key things. If you want to do absolutely no work, I mean literally 0 work, well, you're gonna have to click your fingers. But if you don't want to create your own lyrics, so we have 2 options. You can have AI generate lyrics, where you just allow the AI, okay, Clone Voice, to generate the lyrics for you. You can do so. Number 2, custom. So it's asking what your lyrics are. So you can paste your own lyrics, okay, and then you can assign a genre. So that can be assigned, and it can be fed into the instrumentals, the type of music that's created, etc., etc. Now, you may be thinking, I'm not a singer. How would I write custom lyrics? Now, in order to do custom lyrics, we have our friend ChatGPT. Okay, so what you can do, create me a song or lyrics for Clone Voice. I need to create a music track approximately 1 minute long, and it should be about life and death or something. Is that too morbid? I don't know. And love, okay? And what we can see from, if we go back to Clone Voice, it's going to ask for a verse and chorus, okay? So structure with a verse. Let's go with chorus, okay? CHR chorus, etc. There we go. So this will also give you an option if you do want to create your own types of lyrics. You can do so. And look at this; it's just churning stuff out already for us. Okay, it's creating a whole song for us. And the reason, if you want to do custom with version 1, because version 2 is beta, it's a bit more upgraded or updated. But with version 1, you can actually assign a male or female. Version 2 won't allow you that; it's automatic. But with the custom ability here, you can see we've got all different types of genres. You know, pop, rock, jazz, funk, etc., etc. So if I come back here now, you can see it's a very long song. So we don't want to add all of it. I just want to give you an example, right? So I come back here, I can copy it, put it in my notebook, and then you paste it. Okay, just like that. And once you're happy with that, let's see. Let's go, yeah, custom, assign 80s rock. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you how it would work. Create music. And now you can see the lyrics have been created. It's all been broken down for us. And now the good thing about this is then all we have to do is enter a name. So let's call it Sunrise on Broken Days. So I can just extract something from here. Oh. Okay, Sunrise Day. Sunrise on Broken Days. That's our music track. This is how quick it is. And generate. So here we go. We are now generating. You can see how many I've created before. And whilst that's processing, if I go to Video Express now and I select open, you can see these are some of the ones that I've made earlier on. So let's have a look. City lights are blurry. Let's open this. So this was the female we saw in the music track, and you can see I have my music. Let me zoom in for this for anyone that wants to see. Right. So I have two layers. Layer number one is our audio track, and then layer number two is our music track, and layer number one we have different video clips. Now you may be thinking, how did you create them? I just want to first. I'm just going to show you, behind the scenes, and then I'm going to show you the steps that were taken to put this all together. Okay. So that's the video clip. Now you may be thinking, where did we get the images from? So if we go to Artistly, okay, I'm going to go to my personal designs, and I'm going to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to show you that those images, here we go, were created by Artistly, all of them. Okay, and you can see with Artistly, let's see the first one. The first scene was here. Now, when you use the feature, which I'm going to show you, don't worry, don't panic, everybody. I'm going to show you the feature so you actually know how it works. But when I created the imagery, or Artistly did it for me, it will always start with scene number one. Okay, scene number one. So anybody asking, I can see what applications are being used for this. We are using Artistly.ai, and we're using Video Express AI and Clone Voice.ai. Okay, we're using 3 applications for this. And what we're going to do is we're just going to allow this to render, and you can see, okay, this one has now rendered. Okay, the song we just done, you can see if I play it, you obviously won't hear it, but it's 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes and 4 seconds long. Very long video. So in the meantime, what I can do, I can just simply go and download. Okay, now I've downloaded that song. You can see it's downloaded. And this is how the magic works. Let's go through it now, step by step, okay? I go to the AI design agents. I select, under step 1, music storyboard. Now, when I select music storyboard, step 2 has now appeared. It's now asking me to upload your audio. So I'm going to go to my tab here, and I'm going to drag and drop the media file we've just done. And as you can see, it's now uploading, and the upload is complete. But this is a critical thing, because many of you may do this, and I'm going to show you how you can save your time and do not get overwhelmed with the storyboard style. See storyboard style? This is a good, it's a good work method to do. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to remove that video. I'm going to come back to it. Now, storyboard style, what kind of style do you want to do? So it depends on your music, or what your vision is, or your genre, or maybe your client and what they like, what the purpose is of the song, what your, maybe you want to create different channels for different styles of videos. Okay, that's completely up to you. Maybe you have adult, kids, and children, little kids. Okay, different styles. So what you can do, you don't have to, but this is another great way of trying to get different styles. Just go to the Art Illustrator and check out. These are different styles, aren't they? You got 2D flat, children's drawing style, books, clay style, creepy vintage, crayon style, futuristic robots, Minecraft cinematic style, mystical fantasy. Okay, that's another good one. Okay, so I can copy that. And now let's go back to design agents, and straight away, let me just put that in the field there. Okay, so it just helps you to visually see the different styles. Obviously, it has a nice little thumbnail preview, and it just gives you a whole list of different styles you can check for. Okay, so you can test them as well. Like we always say, AI is not perfect. It will make mistakes, but remember, you can do as much as you want using the apps. Okay, so Mystic Fantasy. And what we'll do, I'm going to get that audio file back, and I'm going to drop it. And there we go. And the next step is we're going to select generate images. So a question is, why is it 150 characters? Because the style is just going to be short and sweet, like I've just shown you. It can be 2-3 words. You don't want to overcomplicate, overburden, over confuse or overcomplicate the style, because then the AI wouldn't know what to do. It would absolutely think that it would be overwhelmed. It wouldn't make sense. You would have too many conflicting styles. It has to be. Remember, the images are created like now you've seen. The moment we hit generate, Artistly is generating all of these images just for this one track. Okay, it is starting to create all of those images. So here we can see all of these are for that one song. Just like that. I don't need to go and waste time getting an image prompt and do everything one by one. So it's a huge time saver, but I just want you to imagine the power of taking that music track, feeding it into Artistly, and it recognizing the lyrics, and it will go and construct the correct images, the best suited images based on those lyrics, and then we can apply a style that will basically layer over all the images. Okay. So what we'll do, whilst we're waiting for these to process, I'll show you some other ones that I did. Okay, other music tracks. So you can see here, we've got all of these tracks. So those asking about Artistly, let me just, I'm sure the team, if you do want to go check this out at your own discretion, you can just go type in artistly.ai and it will just show you about the platform. And anyone wondering, I'm pretty sure, which I'll just double check in front of you, there is a New Year sale going, 2026 here. Okay, so let's just double check that one. So if I go down, and you can see all the breakdown on there and everything like that, and it'll be included in there. If I go to instant access, let's have a check and make sure that coupon is working correctly. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, yes, 15%. Obviously, this is in pounds, but 2026 is a coupon there, okay? Opposed to the 10% special deals there. So anyway, you can come check this out at your own discretion, but this is one of the apps that will allow you to generate all of those story images based on the music track, okay? So we'll close that. We'll come back to that later. If I now return to Artistly, check this out, okay? Whilst we're on there for literally probably less than a minute, we have those images created, okay? And we'll start from the top. So here we have, this is scene number 1. So this is another important thing because I experienced this as well. So when you're creating your music tracks, because it's creating a huge batch of images for your lyrics and your song, it's going to be organized. It's going to tell you which image goes to scene number 1, scene number 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, so when you're actually then working with Video Express, it's much clearer and it's much easier for you not to get lost, because it would be a huge amount of images and sometimes it can happen. So it's a good guide. It just allows you to always keep track and know where the images are. However, having said that, I'll tell you another good thing is that sometimes even with all the images, it is part of the story, but some of them you can actually choose which ones you want, because remember, we're just laying on images that go with the music track, and sometimes you don't need the full images. Okay, so you can be very selective in what you want. Maybe you want to remove stuff, maybe you want to add stuff. It's completely up to you. And another key thing that I'll also mention, if you view here, it's going to give you the design prompt. Okay, it's giving you the breakdown of exactly what the prompt was when creating the images. Okay, and another important point I want everybody to draw their attention to: the character. Look at the consistency of the character. She is consistent throughout the entire scenes, right? And look how many we've got: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30, let's say 33 scenes, okay? Or let's just double check, 31. My maths is that bad, I was off by 2, okay? So we've got 31 scenes. So it's created 31 images for our music track in literally, how long was it, everybody? About less than a minute and a half, less than that. Okay, so now what we do now, here's the other important part. You may be thinking, okay, but what do I do now? Like, how do I actually get these to start singing? And how do I get them to do a music video? And you're probably right about that. That is the most critical step. Okay, so what we need to do is we have a couple of choices now. You have something called a bulk download. Now, bulk download will actually allow you to select the row, and it will, let me show you. So you can select the row. You can see I can do row by row. Okay, or you can do individual one. That's completely up to you, but row by row will allow me to do all the images that I need, because the last one I don't need the entire row, I just need 3 of them, isn't it? Now, once I've done that, you can see this button is now illuminated called download selected. Okay. And another key thing, look, I can see the comments that are saying it's, very impressive, is that look at each scene. Just have a think about each scene that's created. The level of detail, the way they actually look real, the scenery, and the consistency of the character and the outfit and the hair. Okay? Different variations and different settings of different angles of the character in different environments, and it's done this just based on a music track that I've done projects before where sometimes I think, okay, what am I going to create? What's the best image that's suited to the song? Like, maybe somebody's crying. All right, there has to be the guy or the girl sitting on the bed crying with tears coming out. It's just another challenge, isn't it, of time, just trying to come up and be creative. Yes, you have tools like ChatGPT, but this just removes that now. It makes it much easier. Just removes any kind of it actually will allow you to be more creative than you realize. It can actually get you going. If you want to tweak things, you can change things, you can still do that. Okay, so once we have the image, you can select download selected. This is key now. Now you can select download selected. Okay, and then it will download to your desktop. We're not going to do that. That's one way. Now, I'm just going to undo these so I don't forget. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to go to, let's have a look. We're going to go to Artistly Profile. And in Profile, we're going to go here. API. We're going to copy it. Okay. We're going to go to Video Express. And in Video Express, you're going to go to Edit Profile. And under Edit Profile, this one is going to be longer, but you'll see these fields. You can see Artistly API key. You're going to come here and you're going to paste your key and save. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Now, once you do that and you are now connected, let's just start a new project here. Okay. We're going to go to Import. Now, within the features here to the right, you're going to see something called Import Media. Now, we can see something called Import from Artistly. Select the arrow. And you can see, hey presto, guess what? We have all of our files that were just created based on this new music track. Can you see all of them? However, one thing you must recognize that they are not saved yet. It is just opening an extension or portal into Artistly. And for us now, we have to import it. So remember I mentioned the numbering just to make sure that it's correct. Come back to Artistly. Let's go to your, because sometimes this can happen, which is fine. If your memory is not great like mine, I go to personal design. I just check which one's the first scene. Okay, this lady here. Okay, you can see the settings. Okay, that's fine. Scene number 1. I come back to Video Express, and this is scene number 1. Would you agree, everybody? There we go. That's the first scene, right? That's it. So from here, we can now go ahead and we can click all of the parts to this music track that we want. And once you do this, we're going to then proceed. Okay, so I'm trying to show you this. This would be the workflow, right? And then we go and select import. Now, the good thing is with this, and remember, because it's a larger batch, it may take a short amount of time just for it to upload. It's a huge amount of data that's going to be pulling over. So don't panic about that whatsoever. However, whilst we're waiting for that to process, okay, remember clone voice, because one thing that we're missing to the recipe is, okay, we've got the images now. We've got Video Express, the editor. We're missing our music track. Where is it? We need our music track. So if you come to clone voice, select settings, and you'll see in settings, you'll see, check this out. You have an API key, right? There's your API key there. Same process. You'll come back to edit profile. And you go to clonevoice.api and you'll paste your key in there, okay? And that's it. So once you've done that, the reason we're doing this now, we have hooked up both Artistly now and Clone Voice and integrate them via the API. So API just sounds, it's just, don't worry about what it means, okay? But just imagine it's just creating a bridge or a link between all these applications. So they're all intertwined, they're all integrated. So instead of us running around, downloading a music track and uploading it, or getting images, downloading, uploading it, we can automatically get them pulled in directly from the apps into Video Express for us, okay? Now, that's now done, okay? These are now going to be, these have now been ported. And if you're doing this for the first time, once you've done that, you'll go to the media library. Once you're in the media library, you'll scroll down to My Artistly Images. Now, you may be thinking, I didn't create a folder called My Artistly Images. The moment you've integrated Artistly and using that special API key, it will automatically create this folder for you. So, you've got no issues whatsoever for that, okay? Now, I'm going to select My Artistly Images and check this out. These images are now present in the folder. And if I scroll down, you can see how many I have. Now, many of you eager viewers will notice that we don't have our music track. Where is it? Good question. So we don't really have that right now. What we need to do, we need to go to Import Media. And you can see, look, Import from Clone Voice. So it will be the same process, just above Artistly, we have Clone Voice. We select it. And you may be thinking, I can't see it anywhere. I can't see it. And you're right. We need to go to this filtering system at the top, drop down, where we have audio, music, podcast, audiobook, and sound effect. We need to select music. Once I select music, you can see we have our music tracks. Real simple process. It just saves so much time, downloading, uploading, downloading, all that stuff, right? Which you can certainly do that. It doesn't stop you from doing that. Let me just show you. So once I select it, I will select imported. Okay. And if I wanted to do this the manual way, if you do not have, if you don't have Clone Voice, or, you're thinking about getting it, but you're going to get it a bit later and you want to just know the process, this is how you would do it. Okay. You go to Media Library. You would find a folder. You could create your own folder if you wanted. That was brand new. It's completely up to you, but just find any folder as an example, and you will select Upload File. Once you select Upload File, just drag and drop. And that is your media. That's it. Here's some example ones. Look, if you had ambient ones, you have those files here. But in this case, let me find where my media is. So once I scroll down, I will have another folder similar to My Artistly Images called myclonevoice.ai. Once I select that, you can see we have our track here. Check this out. The very first one here, okay, is Sunrise on Broken Days. And if I go back here, go to my audios, you can see Sunrise on Broken Days. A simple process. I know I'm trying to, please be patient with me. I'm trying to explain it as slowly and carefully as possible, because I know there's a lot of feedback that comes in, that everybody's at a different level. And when we speak too fast on occasions and don't explain things as thoroughly as possible, it causes a lot of confusion. So please bear with me. I know many of you already know this. So I appreciate your patience on that. I'm just trying to explain this so everybody can grasp it, because when you see it for the first time, it might look a little bit daunting. But I'm hoping, as I've explained it, it is a really simple process. But even when you watch this video later on, you can watch it at your own pace. This video, you can stop it. You can slow down the video, slow down the speed of the video, and you can stop in certain parts of how to connect them. And plus, we have tutorials on this also, okay, of the integrations. So, another key thing is that, remember, when it comes to the music creator, some of you have asked, what kind of music can I create? There's huge amount. These are just some examples where Clone Voice will create the music for you, but, 50s rock, 60s rock, 70s rock, 80s rock, ballad, country, heavy metal, hip hop, jazz, lullaby, meditative, opera, rap, reggae, R&B, Celtic, classical, gospel. I know somebody mentioned that. Kids rhyme, Motown. Okay, and then with version 1, there's a mixture, a blend of different styles or genres. Okay, and you can go through them, so you can see once you have a song and it uploads. It's not the song per se, it's the lyrics that will allow Artistly to generate the images from the lyrics. That's the key thing here. Okay. So without going off track, now we have our music track. I have two ways of doing this. I can drag and drop. Okay. You can see there I've dragged and dropped, or I can just simply right click and add to timeline. It's completely up to you how you want to do this. Okay, part one is done now. Now next you may be thinking, okay, how do I give life now to those images? So if I go to my media library and I go to my artistly images, this is the very first image here. Now if I put the image here, it's just an image. That's it. It doesn't do anything, right? I can put the other image, I can put the other image, etc., etc. It's just a static image, and that's not what we want. We want to bring them to life. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to show you what to do. Now in this column here, we've got create with AI. Okay, select create with AI and select image to video. Now it's going to ask you to select an image. Now Artistly very intelligently has already created these images in 16:9, the correct ratio for us to be using in Video Express. So it's already done it for us. We select an image. Okay, now it's going to open up this pop-up and we're going to scroll down. So I'll show you that again. Select an image, scroll down to my Artistly images. Now, if you have your own images that you've uploaded that you haven't used Artistly, let's say you haven't got Artistly, but you've got images, which I'm probably sure you have Artistly at this stage, you can just upload your images to the respective folder, just the way I showed you how to do the media for audio. Same way to find that folder. Okay, now the important thing is here is because there's so many images, just keep track of what you're adding, if that makes sense. So when I go to the first image here, select choose. Now it's going to bring up this pop-up, this window. Now here to the left, it's got our prompt, image prompt. Now, you don't actually have to change anything. You can actually leave as is. In those example videos, those 3 project videos that I showed you, I didn't change a single thing. However, if you want more control and you want to, if you want to customize the action that you're looking for, then of course you could take this, right? You could take this style and you could even come to ChatGPT, enter it, say, can you improve the video action prompt for this and make it more dramatic and dynamic? Okay, you don't have to, but if you want to have that creator's input and you want to have a little bit more say on how the videos is displayed and the actions behind it, the video action prompt, then you can obviously add that. So create a short video action prompt as I need this for Video Express AI. Okay, we don't really want an essay, do we? There we go. That's it. Short and sweet. Okay, I can come here. I can copy it. Okay, but I'll show you another way. This is another important part. Now, before we go to the video action prompt, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, you'll see a drop down here. It's going to say human, 2D, 3D, photorealistic, and other. Now, alongside that, you have a couple of options here. Automatically enhance my video prompt, sharpen human faces, okay, and video length booster. Now with sharpen human faces, you can see once you tap at it, just highlight it, it will tell you attempt to enhance facial features may not work perfectly in every case, etc., etc. However, what you can do is completely up to you, and I've done this myself, and you can find which option is the best for you and your videos. Okay, so what this means is if I go here to human and let's just say automatically enhance, I don't have to. I can uncheck this. Now, video length booster. You have the option of creating a simple video without the booster. So a standard clip created into video will be 4 seconds long. When you boost it, it will increase to about 8 seconds. It will double. So it's completely up to you to have a short clip, because remember there will be a number of clips that you're assigning to your music file, or you can have a longer clip. It's completely up to you. And sometimes, in all instances, you've got so many images that you can bring to life, you may not even want them all, or maybe you want a shorter clip opposed to a longer clip. But let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just keep this as simple as possible. Let's not try to let's just do, have fun doing this the first time is basically the approach. Okay, but one key thing I would say, let's stick with human right now. Okay, human, and the video action prompt, let's keep it simple. Now I select create video. Now Video Express has now gone off and taken my input here, my video action prompt, my image, and it's gone on off and created it. Now it's in a queue now, and it will tell me later when it's ready. Okay, in Media Library. Now, where this gets important, and we're trying to be a little bit more smarter now. You don't have to do this, but it's something you can consider if you want to. If you want to first create the best style of video that suits your needs, that you may be happy with, and then you can build out the rest of the videos like this. So what I mean by this is, now remember we selected human. You can actually go and change the style to, say, for example, photorealistic, right? And you could also select we'll keep this off. Okay, we'll keep them all normal and do photorealistic and create video. And what you can do, right, you could do it also for 2D and create video. You could check a comparison of which one gave you the best output or the best look and feel of the video. And then thereon after, you could then theoretically or technically, you could go create the remainder of the projects based on the best output that you get. Again, this is just optional. I'm just trying to expand your mind and see, you can experiment and get different layers to this. But for this one, and I've tested this before, I like human and photorealistic. They come out really good. So I'm just going to keep human. Now, what I'm going to do is, once I've done this, let's just say I've gone ahead. Remember, we can change the prompt if we want. We can do all of that stuff. It's not a problem. And I guess for that one, let's just go change this prompt and make another version, okay? And create video. Now, once that's done, it's off in the batch. And if I come here, we can close this. But because we're creating our video scenes, okay, we're creating more images. I go to choose image. I scroll down. And remember, you'll get quicker. The more you start doing, you will speed up in this process. I scroll down, images, select the second one, choose. I'll leave that one off and create video. Again, now I know the process. Scrolling down to the tab, artistly images. And this is why I say now you... because you become so quick, you have to start tracking. Start tracking the images. Like, I know I'm number 3. Keep that in mind. Image number 3, then image number 4. And that way, you're not going to get lost. And then choose. Okay, and create video. And we'll do one more. Okay, and there we go. Just to show you. And you can see I've got videos already done up here. Let's have a look. I go to my media library. So you can actually click it when it gives you the pop-up. But in this instance, it's told me that it's created. I go to media library. I scroll down and I'm looking for my AI videos. You can see that here, all right? Let me just try to zoom in. So I'm looking for this folder here, my AI images. Okay. Now, once I select that, you can see my projects are now in swing. So I've created quite a few there. You can see them all simultaneously start getting created. And remember, they'll get added. And the generation time is very good, very good. Now, if I scroll down, you can see, remember the first 3 were different versions of the same video. So what I can do now, you can see those 3 are done now. I play them and I check which one looks the best. Straight away, you can see that image is now being brought to life. You've got the beautiful attention to detail. You can see the nice, the mist in the background, the horizon. It looks like a sunset, I would imagine, or sunrise. It could be either or. And you can see the complexion in their skin, clothing, everything looks natural and very lovely. So that was the human, okay? So you can see the details here. And that was human, okay? Great. The second one, you can, I don't want to redesign that, but you can if you wanted to. If I just go back, go to my AI videos, and we want to go to detail just to show you. So this is photorealistic now, and we'll see the difference. Okay, and you can see there's a little bit of a change even with the animation on this one. And it looks very, very good and very, very similar. But again, it's a small detail sometimes can make a big difference. So this one, if we go to details, this is, do we just double check? Photorealistic, details. Yep, this is 2D now. Let's play that. Okay, slight difference. And now, can you see these videos are now being generated? You can just see them, how quickly they're generating. So what I would do, let's just say I start from this one. I put this one here, put the next one, put the next one, etc., etc. So now if I just play this, obviously you won't be able to hear it. But if I just play it now. That's really good. So because of the image, it didn't incorporate it, but in the prompt, it would have had the flute. And you can see the next one here. So now we're 4 images in, okay? And if I go back to create with AI, let me show you how quickly you can do it. So I need I'm on image number 4, so I need image number 5. And also, if you want to cross-reference these, you can always come back to Artistly. And I know this was image number 4. So this is image number 5. So there's 2 of them there. So I'm just cross-referencing that, making sure it's correct. And also, I'll mention transitions. We can add transitions, so don't be worried at all. I'll do human, create video. I go to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choose. I mean, I done this on 3 projects within a couple of hours yesterday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can see, look, you can just really speed through them and just, you patiently wait. But if I come back now to my AI videos, you can see they're now being processed straight away. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll just also always make sure you save it. So save project. What would we save it as? So what I like to do, I think this is a smart way of doing it. Depending on what the song was, you can label it the same name. So Sunrise on Broken Days, and you can put date and time next to it. But once you save, obviously it's there, isn't it? You can always come back to it. Now, whilst we're waiting for that, let me just show you again. Let me just show you this. So Video Express. So those that want to go check this out, you can. Let me just close that. So put the link in there anyway. So if you want to go look at your own discretion, you can. videoexpress.ai. And let's just double check. Okay, so let me just double check if this one also has discount code as well. This should have one as well, I believe. So Secret 10, let's go to instant access. So if you come to it, you'll see everything that's included, especially what we have here today that we're going through. So Secret 10, yeah, let's go through this. Let's go Secret 10. Let's just cancel that. Just double check. Okay, yeah, there's 10% discount there, Secret 10, okay? That is there. Just to make sure, because everybody, I have seen questions of it. But remember, with Video Express, there's quite a few features with it. So it's not just, creating image to videos. You can actually do from prompts. You can actually create your own prompts. So create video from prompts. You can actually create your own scenes and bring life to it. You've got things like you can stylize characters or consistent characters. You can make your own videos essentially with the same character. And you'll see all of these other different applications here and the editor. So I'm not going to go through all of that now. I mean, the main focus is just going through this and showing you how you can create your own audio songs into AI music videos with ease, essentially. That's the key thing here. So straight away, look, 4. So this one is the scene here where we can just cross-reference. And come on, everyone. Look how quick this is. I mean, you saw how many scenes we just done, like, in a short space of time. And remember, even though we're doing this one by one, now, come on, be honest. How much time does it actually take if you think about it? Okay, so we're on 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So if I go through this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, choose it, done. Next one, choose the image, come back, scroll down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes even I forget, okay, boots of the walking, scroll down, come down, where is she? There you go. The next one, choose image. And look, you can see this is a very fast process. I'm not waiting around. I can just do one after another, isn't it? And I can wait patiently. Okay, let's just do the last one. Let me just check. Yeah, she's sitting down with the flute. My artistically images, sitting down with the flute and water. Let's just do that as the last one. And then I'll show you the projects that I was working on, and then we can build those out as well. There's a much longer projects as well. And whilst we're waiting, we'll see videos. Okay, yeah, we've got some new ones done. So this was a scene her walking. And another key thing is, which I should have mentioned at the start, you can create those videos as well, or you can reframe them into vertical for mobile as well. So you have that options as well. Okay. So what we do, we give that a few moments, and we'll shall return. We'll save that. And in the meantime, what we'll do, let's open up Faith. Okay. So here we have Faith. Same process as we go through. You can see these images here. So imagine I'm doing this for the first time, right? I'm going to do this for the first time, and let me show you how this is going to look. If I've done a full length feature. So I go to, yes, I go to my audio, my Clone Voice audio, and it was called Faith, wasn't it? I put my track down. I come to my media library. I go to my artistly images. I scroll down to those ones that were starting, okay? You can see I've got loads. Those videos that you saw, that's how they were created. Okay. Then I can even come here and I can cross-reference. In my artistly account, you can see there was different, these are different types, different illustration, different styles that were created for different songs. Aha, here we go. Okay, so I can see this is the scene here, number 2. All right, that's fine. So let's go here. Aha, that's scene number 1. And all I do is this. Check this out, everybody. Aha, these are images. My bad. So we need my AI videos, of course. Perfect. Now we can get the party started. And you can see, look, I have 3 versions here. I tested 3 versions to see which one I like the most. And these ones, some of them will be long, 4 seconds. Some of them may be 8 seconds. Okay. And can you see this, everyone? I'm just taking my video clips that I've created, and I'm layering them on one by one in the order of sequence. Just trying to just make sure they're all there. Okay. So I can see other stuff's uploading. Let's just clean it up here. Okay. Now somebody asked, can you do transitions? So let's just say I'm starting here for the first time, right? So you'll notice one thing here. To the left, you will have fast cut toggle, so that you can do transitions. Or alternatively, if I'm on this window, let me just show you. Right, if I'm on here now, if you right click, okay, right click, you'll see something called transition and transition out. So if I transition in, you'll see it give me a whole array of different transitions I can apply. Okay. So you can have fade, clock, wipe, etc., etc. So I can do fade or whatever. Select it, and you can see it's been selected. If you look really closely, let me see if I can super zoom in. Just if I super zoom in, no, I'm not gonna work. But you see there's a little blue dot right at the bottom on the timeline. There's a little, sorry, not blue dot, blue square. So that's to indicate that the transition has been applied. Now you will not necessarily see that until the rendered video project. Okay? So don't panic. Also, having said that, you can apply different transitions to other parts of it. And the fast cut toggle also will be applied at the end. Now, another thing that you can do It's completely up to you. If you go to, let's just go to filters. You'll see a number of different settings. So you can have your music videos, you can have your music video and you can start applying stuff. You can do camera pans, you can add text, maybe you want to add a watermark. These are common things that people want to add, isn't it? So I could take this tile with a watermark here. And let's just say, let's see if I can. Tile. There we go. I can add a tile. I can just adjust it. And I edit. And I can add a text, image, whatever you want. Let's just say water. Or actually, you'd normally say protected content. Something like that anyway. Once I have it, I can rearrange it. I could choose a different color. Font, yeah, we can change the font. And you can see we can actually do different positions. We can add circles or pictures. If you have your own logo, you can obviously put the logo down at the bottom. But something like this, much easier, isn't it? If I wanted to, I could just change the color so it's a bit blended in and save it. And then with that one, if I want to extend it or make it shorter for the entire video, I can do that with the timeline. So if you had a client, or if you had content you want to upload, you don't want somebody repurposing that content without you getting credit for it, then yes, you can add your logo, your branding, or any kind of URL or call to action. Or if you wanted to send this to a client, and when payment is confirmed, if they, once payment is confirmed, then you can remove all of that and send them the final copy. So in Video Express, one of the key things is just to mention as well, transition. Just right click, you can see transition in. You've got fade, clock, wipe, etc., etc. So you've got transitions there that you can apply to opening, to multiple scenes or the ending scenes. One thing I also like doing, just remove this. I'll delete that. One thing is something called camera pan, and what this means is, if I wanted to, let's just say there's an emotional part in the story. Like, let's find, if there's a part in the story, maybe a face is showing here, right? It's a good one. I can do the camera pan. I just select it, add it onto the timeline. So everyone, are you following me? Hopefully you can. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay. Just make this clear on the timeline. So depending on the clip that I want to use, I get camera pan and I drag it down onto there. And now you're going to see properties pop up. It's going to show you volume and setup. Select setup. Now it's going to show you this blue container that you can move around. Now what I'm doing, I want to pinch the edges of it, and I'm just going to slightly zoom in like this, right? Oh, and what this is going to allow us to do, okay, you can see that's the subject there. I can make it small if I want, just into a face. We've got animations. We can add the zoom in, zoom out, move left, right, up and down. So we're adding more animations to our video where we can actually, in the scene, even though it's already going, we can actually zoom in dramatically into the face. And then, the next scene we can actually zoom out, or it will revert back to the normal clip. Once you've done that, okay, let's just do something different, like move right, save. Now you're going to see the scene is going to look something, completely different. Do not be alarmed. All right, don't be concerned, because what this means is that you won't see the application of the animation tool you've rendered the video. So don't be alarmed. I know it looks a little bit messed up, the scene, but what it is, this is how it will process it, and it will be fine with the finished product. Okay, now with this, let's just say, let me revert back actually to my screen. Let's just go to export video. Live video story. Okay, and you can see somebody mentioned this earlier on, you can actually have full HD. Okay, you can have HD, or if you want full HD, you can have different levels of quality, but it is HD compatible. Okay, and we go create, and you can see it's number 1 in the queue, and it's off. And when it does get processed, you'll see it will be here, okay, in our nice list of videos you can download. Another thing somebody did mention, you can add lower thirds and intros and outros. If you go to If you go to text animations, you'll see, look, there's a whole array. And I know you can't probably see on the screen, but where it says lower thirds, there's a nice drop down where you have intros, outros. Let me show you on the screen. Outros, text animations. You can see the so everything you would expect when it comes to a music video. You know, you want to add those animations. Maybe you want to add an intro, outro, any text drawing. You know, add text animations or effects drawing the video in different scenes. You can do all of that stuff. Okay. And then you have something called, again, filters that I showed you where you can actually fade in or fade out the audio. You've got tiles, green screen, and change speed. So if some parts you just want to speed them up, you can do so. So here you can see it's processing right now. We're at 91%, so very quick indeed. If I go back to the media library and I come back to my AI videos, you can see those are done. So now, whilst we're waiting for these to get processed, I've literally gone and made a music video. So if I go to my videos, you can see live music story, and I'll download a copy. Let's go ahead and download that. And what we'll do, let me see, yeah, is it downloaded? Okay. Now I'll upload it to this application we're on now. What you're seeing, this webinar. So it will play. I'll play it for you so you can hear the music track as well. Okay. But if I play it now, you'll see this how it's going to look like. But you won't hear the audio. So I want to make sure you hear the audio as well. So we're looking for that transition as well. That's another key thing. So we had one at the start. There you go. That nice fade in. There's another transition where you can zoom in the face. Ah, perfect. Okay. So what it did, it started to the left. And remember, we had the animation to move to the right. Okay, so now here we go.
When the shadows try to find me and the storm clouds block the way, I remember what you promised me. You are the light of every day. I walk by faith and not by sight, holding on to your eternal word. My strength is found beneath your wing, the greatest love I've ever heard. The mountains crumble to the ground, but your truth remains the same. I will praise your holy name.
Okay, so right, that's what we're able to do in a short space of time. Very easy, right? Okay, so I'm going to save this. Let's just do this demo test. We're going to save this and put this at 16:1 because we want to open up that previous project, Sunrise, because that's now complete. So we want to add those remaining clips. We're not going to go all the way, but I just want to show you how it's going to appear. And there we go. Now it'll be the same process. Obviously, you'll add more as we go through. And let's just go for save and export. And what we do, you can see that it's now being processed. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Let's have a look how it looks. We will. I'll do the same process. I'll download it and get it up to on the tab. That way you can hear the audio. When we're using this app, I hear the audio. Now, sometimes, but even that clip, you make it. Oh, you know, you can go and recreate the clip. But sometimes you may have an issue with AI. Might make a little an issue, but it's not the end of the world. That's why you can, make unlimited videos, isn't it? You can recreate the scenes. You can. And here's another thing, because I saw this in the questions that somebody talked about the prompts. Remember, if you want a specific or particular action in your videos, then you can direct the video action prompts, right? So when I went to create with AI and you go to image to video, let's just say we go to, let's find this one here. Okay. Remember this, all of this stuff, just come and change the prompt. Okay. You can change the prompt and change, maybe the motion, change the angle, and experiment, find what works for you in that particular scene, right? Now, if you select video length booster, then yes, you will have 4 seconds or jump up to 8 seconds. Completely up to you if you want a longer scene, right? That's completely up to you. But it's all about the prompt. That's the key thing. I mean, we mentioned this on videos, and there's training on this, that use AI if you want, or just if you have a particular way of doing the prompt, you can do an experiment, see which one's the best output for you. So let's have a look at my videos. Okay, sunrise on broken days. Okay, that one's done. So we'll download this. Let me see if I can get this uploaded for your viewing. Let's have a look. And remember, if I spent a little bit more time going through, I could do a whole set of images to video. One of them I showed you already. So everything we've done in this call, step by step. There's nothing getting left behind. I've tried to go at a nice pace where everybody can follow through. And remember, with the recording, you can go through this at your own pace and stop if you need be. But it is a relatively simple process. The first time, yes, it may be a little bit daunting, but hopefully the demonstration today shows you how easily you can create these videos. And a huge amount of these videos are going stupidly viral. And all it is a batch of different scenes plastered or layered with a music track, and that's it. There's no extra stress or headache that's attached to it. So let me play that video now. But just let me know in the comments box. Do you agree? Have you enjoyed the process that we've gone through? Can you see yourself doing this? How simple this is actually to do when you have everything literally on your fingertips. All it is taking those images and bringing them to life. That's it. So let me know in the chat box. As long as you're awake, I'm happy.
I've seen the sun rise on broken days, heard silence louder than words could say. We chase tomorrow, we fear goodbye. Learning how to live by learning why.
So that demonstration, it came out very, very well. And you've seen the process right in front of your very eyes. How long did it take to generate those clips? Now, a really good question came through, and hopefully I can try to answer a lot of questions toward the end. Okay. Is somebody asked, which is very good actually, is that what if I want to make these music videos with lip sync? I want to do the editing on a local editing software. Do I need Video Express or Artistly? Now, the purpose of today's session is to show you how you can turn audio songs in conjunction of using clone voice, of making a music track, and then using Artistly secondary. Okay, we use Artistly here in terms of the music storyboard feature. We take the audio track and we put it into Artistly. It generates the images then we procure and then we extract into Video Express file. Okay, now a really good question. Now, what if I want my character to sing as well? What if I want her to sing part of the song? Now, this is going a little bit, it's not going advanced, but the purpose of today's session is showing you how you can make these really viral style audio songs into AI music videos. Really simple. But if you want to go that extra level of advanced settings, yes, you can. Of course, you can do that. So what you would do, essentially, let's just say you go to consistent character. You've got the human one here. You go to your reference photo. Okay, let me actually walk you through. So you've got the reference photo. Select. I go to my. Actually, I just need to make sure. Okay, it's the woman walking. Let's just go for the woman walking. Just need to make sure I've got the right photo that I'm going to select. My Artistly images. So she's walking. Ah, here we go. So she's walking there. Choose. Now we've got the scene for this woman. Okay, it's asking us for the image scene prompt. So what I can do, I can go to personal designs, and I just get the prompt here. Oh, Express, and I paste it. Now, if I've done that, let's just say I put it in both sides, okay, but you could fine tune the video action prompt because it's completely different. Now, if you want her to sing, this is where things get interesting. So what I would do, I would select talking photos. My character will be singing. And then what we need to first do, you have to create the image now. It's got to recreate the image. Okay, so you'll have to tweak the image scene prompt until you get the right one. Once it creates the image, then when you select create video, here we have a look. Okay, so done a very good job, right? So now if we select create video, it's going to add a new pop-up. It's going to show you clone voice AI. Okay, voice recorder or import audio. Now with this one, I can go to my clone voice AI, and I'm pretty sure it's this song here. Select, choose, and yeah, 2 minutes, create talking video. Your video will appear in your media player when it's ready. Now, ideally, if you want to create a music video, try to ideally for the best results, that because this does pop up quite a lot, that your results will be far better when your subject is looking towards the camera, okay, and you know yeah, towards the camera, okay. Instead of if your characters, the image is like, you know, looking up there, the AI needs to take the facial features, all of the parts in the mouth, the lips, it needs to detect it, and it needs to then impose upon it the action movement that recreate the scene, isn't it? Just makes sense. So try to, you know, you could even recreate the scene, to be honest. Yes, you can recreate this image scene prompt where she's standing straight, full body, facing towards the camera, so you get a better shot. In some instances, you'll see if you've got a character that the mouth's out shot on, you know, it's a very, very peculiar angle, it may even come up that it's not detecting it because of these very issues. But hopefully that answers your question. That yes, you can take your characters, and you know, in this, if you want, because there was a training covered in this, I think a couple of weeks ago, where we showed you that exact style where you can create your characters and have a mixture of, you know, scenes and singing characters. So it's all encompassing. You can do all that 100%. And we do have a video training that was covered on this very subject. Okay, so yeah, wonderful. This is good stuff. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. So now let's just go see my video, because remember it's a 2-minute song on there, so it might take a little bit extra time. And remember, we saw this video as well. So I'll show you one more video, and actually I'll show you this one.
If you wake up with a smile today, then you know you want to play. Everything is bright and you are feeling happy. How about you? Clap your hands if you are glee. Jump up high and shout with me. We are happy, hip hooray. Happy is the best way. The sun is shining in the sky. I can wave to birds that fly. Hear the music in my beat. This happy day just can't be beat. Clap your hands if you are glee. Jump up high and shout with me. We are happy, hip hooray. Happy is the best way.
Okay. Oh, my video just disappeared there. There we go. Okay, so you've probably seen this now, that we've got this nice clip. It's all done. And a good question that came in, let me see if I can find it. Yes. So this is the key. If you have a reference image, it doesn't matter what reference image it is. If you go to create with AI and you go to even create from prompt, sorry, if you go to consistent character, you can actually have that as the reference photo. Or ideally, even in places like even ChatGPT or Artistly, if you go to, let's have a look, if we go all the way to the image designer, let's go create from prompt, you'll have something called mirror magic. Select mirror magic and you can actually insert your reference photo. It doesn't matter. It could be any kind of inspiration or some kind of photo reference that you found online that you like, that you want to model, and it'll recreate the prompt for you, the image prompt of that design. Okay, that's another good question. Or even ChatGPT, you could do something similar, and then you could get the prompt from and you create the image from scratch. Or alternatively, if you are using a reference photo, you could use that and you can actually recreate it using the image scene prompt of that. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. The reason I was showing you the child music video, the AI child music video, is if we just save this, we go to open. This was the track here. Okay, so here we go. This was the track. I just want to demonstrate how that looks on there. Just a number of clips, the same process. We've got the that's all it is. I wish it was more complicated than that. I really wish it was, but it is that simple. All it does is it takes a little bit of time for you to put, YouTube first. Well, yeah, just get a music track and then get the images done. That's it, and the video's done. Okay, so if I was doing this from scratch, let's go to media library. I go to my clone voice, okay, and it's called Smile More. Let me put the track down. I go to my media library because I've got the images already created. So I go to my AI videos. It'll be the same process that we've done before. Actually, I'll do a couple just to show you image to video. Select an image. Go to my Artistly images. These are the static images. And let's go down. So you can see these are the projects that I've done. There we've got the female there. Let's go to 3D because this is 3D, right? And create video. Choose image. Let's go to the next one. We've got the second one. There we go. 3D, create video. Do another one. So once you've done a few, you just get, naturally, your brain just picks it up, isn't it? And then it just keeps going. Oh, that's gone human. So yeah, that's fine. Let's just go create video. Include. I'll just do a few just to demonstrate, right? And then obviously you'll come to my AI videos. You can see them being processed now, which is fine. But in the meantime, if I go to my AI videos, I scroll down. And here we have the tracks. That's it. Okay, let's just imagine they're done, which I'll show you. And these are a little bit longer. You might be thinking a bit longer on the timeline. Well, no, they're actually fine. Just zoomed in. That's fine. But you can extend them with the video booster. And there we go. We just put these layering on. Okay. Zoom in. And then we have the track with our music. Now, this simple process is allowing people, okay, content creators, people that are just doing this as a hobby or even as a business, to garner hundreds of thousands of views making simple videos like this, where they're not even making tracks anymore. They're not even animating the video themselves. They don't need to be a video animator. You don't need to have any of those skills anymore. Okay, this is applicable to anybody that has literally zero technical skills. As long as you can click a mouse, which I'm sure if you're on this call right now, it means you can click a mouse. It means that you could open up the computer and turn on. That's it. That's it. But something like this, from a revenue point of view, if you want to do AdSense, you want to create a builder channel, if you want to work with clients, personal projects, passion projects, maybe friends, family, whatever it may be, lead generation, sales, marketing, selling products. It's all about marketing, isn't it? The simple process of doing something like this, that you can get those views and build channels up, and they will generate revenue itself. I mean, it just depends on your angle, what your intentions are, and maybe something you just want to do for a little bit of fun. Okay. Now we have that video that's just been created very quickly there. Okay, that was the one we just made now. So once that's done, you can see, once you're happy with it, just make sure you save it and then export it, give it a name. My smile. Okay, and create. That's it. And then once you have it exported, it'll be under my videos. Okay, you'll have a whole list where you can download to review, or if you no longer need it, you can actually throw it away in the trash. So with Artistically Create with AI, you can do AI face swap. Okay, you can take a source image and you can swap it with your own face if you wanted to, and you could incorporate yourself into a video yourself. It's not an issue. Also, even with Artistically, if you go create design, the AI image designer advanced. I don't want to go off track here, but let's just say you go create. Let's have a look. You will have custom consistent character. Okay, you can actually you have that ability of doing face swap as well, so you can have single face or multiple swap if you want in your images, but we don't have anything here right now, so it's not going to show. But you do have the ability of doing consistent character, but the facial swaps feature here if you have one face or more than one face. Okay, so there's additional tools and different additional features within Artistically, so it's not just one. Artistically comes with a whole host. I mean, it's got so much in there in the editor. Oh. And that's Artistically right there. So there we go. Go like that. Okay. So with Artistically, I'll definitely say, you know, if you do go check it out, it's not just about creating these music stories. It's got a whole host of different applications that you can use it for, and it's just constantly being updated for what it does. Okay, storybooks as well. Actually, why not just show you? So it's got, you know, it's got designer, Suno different app, t-shirt designs, social media posts, stickers, cards, invite, design agent. You can create storybooks with it, thumbnails, t-shirt designs, coloring pages, storybooks for kids, seamless sketch, ad creator, cookbook. I mean, there's so many. These books, a character, puzzle book. I mean, there's so many. I don't want to you know, spend half an hour going, well, probably an hour going through it. So once you have that, okay, Artistically is one of the key things. And then secondly, we have Clone Voice. Clone Voice has a whole array of different options as well. And I'm hoping if the team could kindly put all three apps inside the chat box. But also, if you're watching this video in YouTube, down below in the description field, you'll have access to the main three apps that are being used on this very call. Okay, and there's additional apps if you want to have a look at them. But for the main three, they will be located down below, so you can actually click on those and go and review them at your own discretion. But remember, all these three apps essentially they do have the ability of integrating with one another. Okay, it's very simple. We have complete training, and let me actually show you something else which is really cool. Okay, with Clone Voice, with singing, yes, you've seen it, great. There's a public library if you are creating voices for other types of stories. Maybe you want to incorporate talking stories into your videos, maybe on an intro, outro, whatever it may be. There's something called public library where you can actually have they're basically done voices for you. So if you want to create story-based music videos, of course you can. You can have elements of, you know, part of the story. There's intermission, someone starts speaking before the story starts, intro, outros, etc., etc. So these are already voices that are ready to go. Alongside that, you can create your own voices or use your own voice or clone a voice. It does not matter whatsoever. Video Express, very similar. We have something called the public gallery. It's a great place that you can actually take inspiration from. If you see anything that you like, you can actually model and you can recreate into your you know, your videos. But the key here is Artistically, which is a huge game changer. I don't know if that using the word game changer is a bit overused, but in terms of creating your whole storyboard, getting the images done, automatically by the AI detecting the lyrics, and then based off the lyrics, it is going to generate the images pertaining to the lyrics. Very smart, very intelligent way of doing it, creating that huge batch, and then it's just a case of you then sifting through and creating those images and bringing them to life using the image to video feature. Very easy. I'm pretty sure there'll be even more features, new abilities of doing things in a different way, but right now that's the best workflow that will actually get you up and running and create videos in no short amount of time, like that has been demonstrated today. And I hope that has come across. I really do hope so. So here's some of the links there. But yeah, down below in the description field will be the 3 apps. I know there's some questions which apps are being used. Those are the ones. Okay. Okay, like this tutorial, I learned a lot. I have 3 softwares. We'll be doing a lot more. And look, the key here is don't overcomplicate things, because don't be like me, where sometimes you're chasing perfection, and in chasing perfection, you will sabotage your own progress. I mean, we all go through it. I've gone through it many times, where sometimes I'm overthinking. I'll just try to keep tweaking and make it better. And what happens is the fear of not procrastination, but the fear that if I get it out there, then it's open to criticism, and if it's not going to be good enough, blah blah blah, right? And the truth is, just get it done. Okay, there's some, I can't remember, there's a book called Ready, Fire, Aim. So instead of, people go ready, aim, fire. So instead of just waiting and aiming, trying to get it right, just get it out there. And then when the bullet essentially is out there, then tweak it as it's going along. So you're learning by experience. Get one video, get another video, get another one. And we've seen even users, customers in the group, which I'll definitely urge you to come and join the inner circle, have been creating, whether storybooks, content, music videos, and building channels, amassing thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of views already, because there's no fear of of weighted procrastination or trying to get things perfect. It's just a case, just get it out there. Sometimes if you don't get a particular, say for example, if I'd done this little media that you see, this clip, and it's not right, and I'm like, she's not doing exactly what I need to do. Sometimes you may have that, but don't get stuck on it. That's the key here. Okay. So just let me. Here we go. This is the public library, okay, for Video Express, or public gallery. Sorry. So you can see all these different types of content that's being created. And even if you come here, you can check the information, and it'll give you a bit of a breakdown on some of them, where you can actually recreate them and you can play them back. So here you can see, and you can actually redesign somebody else's content. But for today's session, obviously we're using video, image to video, number one. But if you want to recreate something in a different scene, or maybe make it into a single video, you have consistent characterability where you can incorporate it. You don't need to be stuck. But for the purposes of today, is making those quick, fast, actionable, viral videos, those AI music videos, using in conjunction with Clone Voice and Artistly, it's the perfect storm. Okay, all 3 work in unison. But I mean, if you don't have Clone Voice, you've got you've got your own music, fine. But for what it does, all 3 work in conjunction. You're thinking about, anyone that's creating a business and trying to build a channel, you're going to have expenses, and these are very small expenses for the output that it's going to have. Your main thing is thinking about return of investment, isn't it? So then it's up to you to start churning and creating, amassing these videos as quickly as possible. Because today, just in the short demonstration, you saw how quickly it was to create these number of clips, create the music track, and then put it all together, and even upload it onto the streaming application here and play it for you. So very simple process. So another key thing is that even if you're in the group, or you're watching and you have access to the applications, one of the key things is a lot of these apps have something called a roadmap. So with this roadmap, many of you have made suggestions about feature requests and things that you would like in the app, and you'll probably be aware of these feature requests. That a lot of the updates have come obviously from the team making improvements, making sure they're updating, adding, but some of these improvements have come directly from you. It's what you want. So they go onto something called a roadmap, where you can make the suggestions. Maybe you want additional languages, maybe you want additional tools, maybe you want additional settings, maybe you want different angles, adjustments, anything and everything that you can think of. So you can make those suggestions to us, and they'll go into an official roadmap where they can get not vetted, but they can get voted by other users, and developers can also review that and then make sure they're added to it in updates. Because right now, even with Clone Voice is literally new, Artistly is on version 6.0, Video Express is on 2.0. and in the near future it will be ramping up to 3. Version number 3. So these applications are being consistently updated for you, the user. Okay, it's a one-time payment. All updates are included. It's not something like you have to pay for credits. Another key thing, you're not paying credits, right? You can create without worrying about credits. Have I used up my credits? You don't need to worry whatsoever. And all this information can be found on the respective sales pages for all these applications we discussed, and that you can also find in the description field down below. Okay, you'll see the 3 applications. So yeah, just as Ulrich is saying, Ulrich is a he is what we say in Ultra. He's been very active and around for a very long time. But yes, it's a one-off expense, and it's hardly to talk about 100%. So yeah, that's what I do. I try for perfection. So one thing that you should remind yourself is that don't strive for perfection, strive for improvements, and be very careful that you find a balance. Because if you strive for perfection all the time, just like I say, it can render you useless. It can actually freeze you. It'll get you stressed out. Cortisol goes up, and then it becomes inaction. So focus on improvements, then taking no action, because nothing ever happens. So congratulations. Okay, Alejandro just got artistly fantastic. So and also please, if you're watching this on YouTube, just make sure you subscribe, obviously, and hit a like and help with the algorithm. Share this if you want. Anyone that you think could help and benefit from the training that we're doing. Remember, it's every single week on a Friday that this training is for free for users. And even if you go to any of these pages, tutorials, you will see we have a huge library of tutorials for all the features, everything that we go through, even the specific training tutorials with resources. On every single one, you will see this. We have tutorials, everything. Okay, even on the UI, just to make sure you get the full maximum benefit on using these applications and really get the most out of your investment as well at the same time. So it's a two-way thing. So yeah, that's a really good analysis paralysis. 100%. You do get paralyzed by just analyzing things. And look, I'm guilty of that as well. Time and time again, I can be very guilty of that, because sometimes we have this high standard and we put ourselves to this high standard, and unfortunately that can render us paralyzed by making choices, because we're just overthinking it all the time. And sometimes, you know what, you've got to bite the bullet, just get it out there. At the end of the day, whoever's out there, nobody cares. I'll be very honest with you, nobody cares. The only person that should care is you. You care about your discipline, your ethic of getting this stuff out there, and just allowing the results to speak for themselves. Don't worry about if someone's going to say this or that, and just worry about criticism. Nobody, trust me, no one's even thinking about what you're doing right now. Okay. So yeah, no credits and life updates and new features. So 100%. So I'm now going to go for improvement 1 program. 100%, 120%. That's all it is. Just just be consistent in taking even minimal action. That's all it takes. So anybody, when the weekend comes and you're spending that time doing things, sometimes you'll know, your gut will tell you, you know what, I should be focused. Let me just make effort. Let me just spend another 1% of taking a bit of effort to do something more that I know I could be doing. And many of you will be like that. We're all like that. Okay. So then we end up beating ourselves. So, so let me know. Has anyone enjoyed today's session? Is there any other question that hopefully I can answer? Let me know, and then we'll conclude. Okay, everyone. So yeah, we got Video Express that we've looked at. Okay, Video Express, the link will be in the description if you want to check that out. You can see all of the amazing stuff that it does and the capabilities of. These are all real videos that were made by users also, that you can actually find, and videos that were created by Video Express itself. So everything that you see here, you can see even Bible stories, epic videos. You can see the whole, music, dance videos, everything, kids videos, everything. Okay, even with the ability of consistent characters. All these different viral types of videos that were created using, and you can see some of the features in there. You'll even go on YouTube and you can see the demonstration of it, a full walkthrough of it. And then as you go down, you see everything included. And remember, there are these a discount code there. And then we've got a clone voice AI. And then last but not least, we did have Artistly. Okay, so Artistly, as you're probably aware, let's see if we can find it. There we go. There we go, Artistly as well. That's one of the key components. Okay, I can play it now. Great session. Thank you. Yes, let's have a look at this. Let's see if it was done. Let's see the kind of quality that was come out. Oh, I don't know where it's gone. And that was, remember the singing video we made? So it's come out really well. So you can make those AI audio videos, and if you want to take any of those scenes and make them independently into music track, that's something you can also do. So it's a little bit more advanced, but of course you can do it. And remember, a very good point onto the lip sync didn't, because at the start there wasn't no singing at the start. So it's trying to catch up with the beat. Okay, but as you go down now, where the singing starts, and I'm pretty sure the lip sync does match, because you won't be able to hear the audio. I guess that's another important point. I can hear the audio. And remember, because it's maybe a short 4 to 8 second clip, that's why sometimes you'll see looping in it. Okay, the object here is to create a video that has that natural flow, which you can do. But remember, one of them was, so it'll keep resetting that motion. So if you create more videos and clips with that soundtrack, then yes, you could cut it up and make it in such a way that it would be natural flowing. That was brilliant training. Thank you. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So the key here is that we go, with the feedback, we want to try to go at a pace that you understand, you thoroughly. Sometimes some may think that we just create these ready-made, done for you projects, like there's a video, and you don't really get the walkthrough. So our intention is to be as clear as possible, have that complete clarity where you can follow the steps. Even if you watch this video back, you can slow it down, you can pause it, go at your own pace. So it leaves no questions in your mind, because I think that's the key thing, that it's really important that if you understand the basic steps, then it's very easy for you then to go and do this yourself without any difficulty. Because I know it can get frustrating if you're going back and forward, then you're asking support, or you're going asking other members. Sometimes you just feel like you're stuck. So we're always trying to improve on these trainings and make them better for you. Obviously, we do this for free, just to make sure you get the most of the results that you're doing. Okay, so Ulrich, I am honored and privileged to be part of this family. Thanks, I love you all, and likewise. That's why Paul, Sid, Yash, or myself, that's why we turn up eager, excited, and full of enthusiasm, because it reflects as well, isn't it, on every single one of us. So we try to do the best to also find the best strategies, find the best what's working in the market, and how we can actually offer you that information without you spending money. Because I know a lot of these streams people do, they spend a lot of money, thousands, if not for this level of coaching. That's what it is, training and coaching all in one. So as long as you can benefit from this, it is all good. So just remember also, before we now depart, remember there's a link for ponder.com/Facebook. So join the inner circle. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And then also, once you join the group, in the description down below this video, you'll have those links. If you want to go check that out, you can see how we made it all, or using those apps. You can obviously, at your own discretion, get access to them. You're protected by 30-day money back guarantee. And yeah, I'm not gonna try to go too deep in that. That's completely up to you. But it's essentially the apps that we use today. Remember, there are no credits on this. Okay, it's a one-time payment, complete lifetime upgrades and updates, all incorporated into the applications. Okay. So apart from that, everyone, have a fantastic weekend, and then we shall reconnect next week. How does that sound, everyone? Hopefully you enjoyed today, and it was a pleasure. Hopefully you have a beautiful weekend, and yeah, just kindly make sure, work on some projects and share them in the group. Right, I like to see what you're getting up to as well. So definitely do keep me in the loop. That'll be interesting. And I'm sure at some point we can highlight what you've been working on as well. That will sound great. Okay. So, apart from that, then everybody, we shall see you next week. So again, thank you everyone that has joined today's session. There'll be more live training sessions next week. We can start making the most of it. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.